So one of the key things we use hyperencryption for is TLS communication online. We use the cipher suite to ensure that we are communicating safely and securely. And we're taking both symmetric and asymmetric encryption, symmetric which is faster, and using asymmetric for more security. So Diffie-Hellmann, they are very brilliant guys. They helped us ease this security and implement TLS. So in order to show you what they did, how smart they were, I'm going to illustrate with some paint. So let's look at what they did. So we have a line here. We have Alice who wants to communicate with Bob securely. So Alice uses the shared color. Bob gets the shared color. Alice has a secret color, which is red. Bob's secret color is blue, so he chooses that. They choose that. They don't know about that each other. They add them together with the common color, and they get Alice get orange, and Bob gets green. So yellow plus blue is green. Then Alice takes her orange color, sends it to Bob, and Bob does the same, sends his green color to Alice, and Alice gets her secret color, adds the secret color together with Bob's color, and finally she gets another color, and the same happens on Bob's side. He will take the yellow, add it to the blue, or the orange, add it to the blue, and then they will get a shared secret color. That is the brown. And they can use this color to color their communication in order to keep it secure. So why is this safe? Well, the interceptor, if there were an attacker, can listen to the shared color and doesn't know the secret color. So let's try to go into a little bit of math here, because everything in cryptology is math. So we still have Alice, we still have Bob, we have a shared color here, P, prime number, and G, and P and G here, and we have Alice's secret color is A, equals 5, 13, 17, 5, 13, 17, 8. Bob, he selects his secret 8. Then they use this formula A equals G uplifted to A mod P on both sides to get A for Alice and B for Bob, their own, and then they get number 3 here when he does that, and she gets 11. Exchange that. Alice uses her B on a new formula here, and together with her secret color, and then Bob, he does the same with 11 over here he got from Alice, and use A uplifted to B mod P, and with his 8, so they're just swapping out the numbers here, and then finally we get the same shared secret color, or the secret key here, which is 9. So all in all, we get this 9 here on both sides, which is important, and they have not the very secret of this is this very secret. We start with a secret number that is not known by either Alice and Bob, but they will eventually get the same encryption key here, which is 9. So again, we see that our interceptor can only listen to these parts, but cannot get the very secret key we use for symmetric encryption, which is faster. So when they're communicating with each other. So TLS handshake, widely adopted, version 1.3 is the safest. Uses this client hello, and the client hello sends a signature algorithms to authenticate by the server, and then this also uses the Diffie-Hellmann key exchange to negotiate on the secret, and the server then, when they have verified what's been sent, goes back, and then they can now communicate via stream ciphers, these 9's encryption. So they used this 9, and eventually in the real world we use very, very large numbers and not these small numbers, and that's really what keeps it very secure. So when we see this TLS, we have the server, we have the client, we then have the communication here. So they exchange TLS certificates, and they use the cipher suite. Client sends that to the server. The server selects what matches the server's highest SSL TLS version and accepts the cipher suite. And then the and sends it back to the client, then also sends a digital certificate together, and then the client is able on their machine, on their host, their browser to validate this certificate, and then they can pre-master a secret, use the pre-master secret, and then they can send that to the server, and the server can decrypt the pre-master, and then with their key, and then they can they can generate a session key, which is the Diffie-Hellmann session key for each session, and that is making this secure communication. So this is good at providing is authentication, confidentiality, integrity. Authentication is provided through the and can prevent impersonation attacks, and confidentiality is good because it can prevent eavesdropping. That's a feature of it. And then integrity is good because it can provide integrity against man-in-the-middle attacks. And we also talked about the cipher suite. And the cipher suite is important here. It needs to be updated. Okay, so we'll little bit quickly on that one. But it's very important, and it uses these ephemeral keys for forward secrecy. So ensuring that each time we get new Diffie-Hellmann keys to encrypt the session with. And here we see a certificate from a website. And then what is important here is that this root of the central authority that gives these certificates for the websites to handle is